Hi, welcome to another 2-minute tip. This one is about the dreaded E chord. I see a lot about this all over the internet, and a lot of my students talk about it and people in workshops struggling with the E chord. Now there is no simple E chord down this end of the neck as there is with C's and D's and A's, and the only E we've got down there is an E7. Please don't just play an E7 when the song calls for an E. In some circumstances it may work. In other circumstances, it won't. So don't just substitute it unless you know what you're doing. Let's have a look at the E we tend to get shown in books, which is 4, 4, 4, 2. Now, as you can see, that's not the most comfortable chord to play. I'm playing it with all my individual fingers, but you'll find that people will sometimes squash one finger over 2 strings, or even one finger over 3 strings. I can just about do that one. Try different things out, try different fingerings and see what they do. I hesitate to say don't do these things because everyone's got their own way of doing things, but I would recommend you at least have a good go at getting used to it with your fingers before you start wrapping a thumb over to do it, because whilst it can be done, it's not the easiest thing to get to or get from. So I wouldn't bring your thumb in unless you're absolutely desperate and you cannot do it any other way with lots of goes at it. Let's have a look at some other E's you could play instead. You could bar the 4th fret and put your little finger down on the 7th fret first string. These 3 notes are the same. Same as those 3. Just the top notes that changed. So there's another E you could play instead. Here's another one. You bar at the 7th fret and imagine that that's the nut, your finger's the nut, and these 2 fingers are playing an A chord. So we end up with 9, 8, 7, 7. That's the same shape we used for a B flat chord. If you look back through my 2-minute tips for when I did the dreaded B flat chord at 1, it's the same shape, just slid up the neck to the 7th fret. If you're having trouble with barring either of these, go back and look at the B flat chord 2-minute tip because there's lots of tips on barring chords. So I hope these have helped you. I hope that you won't be too scared of the E chord in future and have a go at the different ways of playing it, see which one works for you, see which fingerings work for you. Hope it helps, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.